confidence during times of attack. God understands that we do not fight against flesh and blood, but we are fighting against the rulers, authorities, and powers of this dark world and against the spiritual forces within the heavenly realms. On our own, we could not carry out this job God is calling us to do. But with his armor placed on us each and every day, we can have victory and get the job done. Secondly, when God calls us to go, we need to be prepared to grow. In Howard Thurman's book entitled Disciplines of the Spirit, he defines growth as the orderly process of development in which a form of life goes from a seed to a fruit. Thirdly, goes on to mention three important factors within the growth process. First, you must become aware of the self as self. Loosely translated, you need to know who you are. We are all seeds that God desires to plant in different places because we will attract different people. We can't all become apples because everybody doesn't like apples. God knows exactly what our strengths are, and he will use those strengths in different ways to reach the people in this world that are longing to know of God's grace and mercy. And don't ever let anyone tell you that because of the color of your skin, you cannot and will not do great things. People will throw you to the side and count you out merely because of what you look like. But when you know who you are and whose you are, your efforts to bury you will be unsuccessful because you are a seed. Third, it also says that growth means that you will experience crisis. You see, a seed can't grow until its environmental conditions trigger it to grow, and one of the most fundamental elements that you will need to grow when God tells you to go is your faith. Our faith cannot be stretched if we are not tested. See, it's easy to have faith in God when things are going well. But it's the times when everything is literally falling apart that we see just how much faith we truly have. But do not worry, for God has said that even if your faith is the size of a mustard seed, you will be able to move your mountain. You will be able to tell your mountain to move, and it shall be moved. Nothing will be impossible for you, but you gotta have faith. The last thing that Thurman says is necessary during growth is the risk of failure. In order to fulfill God's will, you are going to have to do things that may seem unusual. You may have to do things that just don't make sense. But it will be all right because we serve an unusual God. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. And his call on your life guarantees that we will not fail. As I draw my initial sermon to a close, the final thing that we need to do when God calls us to go is act like we know. God, I know that you will never leave me or forsake me. God, I know that you are the light and my salvation. Who shall I fear? God, I know that you are my help and the one who sustains me. God, I know that you are my rock to whom I can run to for safety. God, I know that, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, told God no. And you and I may have told God no.